Hey everybody, this is Rydo. Let us get back into our tavern brawls because that is all we need is 2 tavern brawl victories. These 3 episodes have been nothing but tavern brawls, and it's a little boring to do 3 episodes in a row with tavern brawls, but which is why I don't think that should be a quest to gain currency. Speaking of our currency, we have 2,805 gold. So we are working our way to our 5,000 goal. Seems like it's gotten easier to get gold. Either that or I am just way off. It costs 100 gold. I know for a fact it costs 100 gold to get a pack. So 50 packs would be 5.
I will fight with honor.
1,000.
For Doomhammer.
And it cost 700 gold to get one of 5 wings of any solo expansion. So you go 700 and 700 is 14. Another 700 is 2,100.
Well met.
Another 700 is 2,800. And another 700 is 3,500. So by having 5,000 gold, I should be more than well suited for a solo expansion or a new card expansion, but it still feels like it is way too early for either one of those things to come about. I'm gonna go ahead and play this guy and attack this guy in the face. But that's as much damage as I can do because this tavern brawl is, if he has 3 damage less than me, he'll get a new card. He'll get a new guy at the end of his turn. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and end those. End the turn right there.
Mind if I roll need?
So if I could get my main Murloc guy, old Merc guy. Let's see. Give the health +2 on these guys and see if we can start taking some guys out. Death Rattle, draw a card. Let's see. Kill this one. Kill this one. So we can kill either one of those guys. Doesn't matter though. So this deck specifically centers around that he must have a card that does 1 damage to everybody. No, he has a card that does 2 damage to everybody. Alright. I suppose well played. Just done. Now we're working our totem strategy. We want to get as many totems out here. I can have 3, so this will be a 7/7 next turn as long as he doesn't kill. Alright, so it'll be 6/6. Let's see. This and then
Elements
this.
I like. Totems I love.
There we go. So it is slightly surprising, although with the economy
Reporting for duty.
it's not really surprising, and the new generation of consoles and all that. But it is slightly surprising how that, from my perspective, there just aren't any new games coming out right now this year. I don't know if something's gonna surprise me, if something is gonna come out and really. Let's see, how can we do this? Let's just go ahead and hit this guy in the face. It might be better to change the health of all minions to 1.
I am sorry.
Well then why are these? Because they were getting knocked back up by that guy. Ah, man. So all my cards have been just destroyed. Totally destroyed. I don't know what I really expected. One of the problems is definitely like Mario Maker. Any Nintendo games are totally, as a YouTuber now, out of the question. Konami is almost certainly collapsing. It seems like most of the Japanese companies might be just struggling under financial times, even worse. So I don't know if there's really anything there. Maybe there's going to be some new Final Fantasy spin-off, but I've never played any of the Final Fantasy things. I guess
Reporting for duty.
that might be an avenue I should go down at some point. If I start just saying, alright, I have Final Fantasy 1 through 12 and all of the spin-offs, or like, not 1 through 12, but 1 through whatever number we are in right now. If you're holding a dragon, gain 1 attack and charge. Well, I'm not holding a dragon, so get that. If I got just like all the Final Fantasies, the spin-offs, everything I could get on Steam or PC, and just went through all that you're talking, that would probably set me up nicely to play them all over the course of 4 or 5 years. I think I would be probably scraping the bottom of the barrel to do something like that. And I don't know if it is really to anybody's real benefit or anybody's real interest if I were to play Final Fantasy 1. Because that's going to be a really old game, and I suppose I would have to do some research and see, well, has the story of Final Fantasy 1 been polished and released in a better platform? Because there might be Final Fantasy HD remix of 1 that obviously then you'd want to play the HD remix of 1, and there's no point of even mentioning the original game.
Your soul shall be mine.
Because
For
1 is
Doomhammer.
a really old game at this point, and it's going to definitely show it. Let's see. I wonder if I want to keep these. Let's try this. This will be an interesting trick.
I feel icky.
Alright. This, and then this, and then this, and then the turn. So ideally, if he doesn't do anything, I put this guy in the middle, then these guys on either side, and make a pyramid. Let's see. End the turn. Just ending the turn.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Let's see.
Did
Try
you
this
bring
one.
some fish?
End the turn. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm really expecting. Like, there's gonna be a new Resident Evil game, but it's not gonna be the same playstyle. And frankly, we haven't had the same playstyle of a Resident Evil game maybe 6. But then the playstyle I'm referring to is not the original playstyle either. I'm talking about the Resident Evil 4 playstyle. When you really start to get down to it, the original playstyle doesn't work, and that game doesn't work. Resident Evil 1 is too old, and it's they've tried to remake it and resell it and polish it up as best they can, but it just does not work in today's time. So yeah, I have no idea what are the annualized games now. So many series have come and gone. Can I get a Dead Space 4 that isn't anything like Dead Space 3? Can I get what?
Job's done.
The one with Commander Shepard, what is that called? It's not called Destiny. That's something else. That's its own little separate thing that I don't think I would want to play right now, but maybe at some point in the future. It does get close to Borderlands, which still I haven't gotten around to Borderlands. Starting at it, it's getting closer, but haven't done it yet. I gotta figure out what new games are coming out. Now, I guess I'm complaining that there are no new games coming out for 2015 Christmas Black Friday season, but that as a YouTuber is helping me, because since there are no really announced release dates for any games, then I don't have the idea to go back and let's see. I don't have the idea that I need to go and play the predecessors to games. So like I'm going to play Dishonored 1 because there's Dishonored 2 is coming out. I'm playing Tomb Raider 1 because there's Tomb Raider the reboot 1 because of the reboot number 2 is coming out. So since I've already kind of covered all those, it opens the door to play any games I want. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth is about out, or is out right now, and let's see, how can I save myself here? I need to be able to kill these guys, all of them. Can I do it? Put a random demon on the field. This one will kill this one. And let's take this guy out. See, I don't get another character yet. The other guy was getting characters.
I will enjoy watching you die. Why do you call?
So many taunts. So many. He is just handing me my behind right now. It's getting so much into the independent things. I guess that's what I would want, is I'd want some more independent things to come out, and then they because they're independent, because they're the first thing, like I definitely wouldn't want to see a BioShock 4. There was an article I just read of like what we want to see in BioShock 4, and it's like, well, we want basically nothing from the Bioshock 1, 2, or 3, but keep the same general feeling of it. And I agree with that, because after 3 they ruined Bioshock
For Doomhammer.
to the point where they cannot just, if they had left it alone and not done 3, they could have certainly come out with a different Bioshock 3 that would have been set in Rapture and had little connection to what else was going on. I don't know how many games you could have really set in Rapture. Even 2 was struggling to add new things to it, but to go as wild as they did in the other direction is a little interesting too. Of Bioshock 3, obviously they went in there with the idea that they wanted to do the exact opposite of Bioshock 1. Instead of a city underwater, they have a city in the sky. Instead of talking about a society that was based on economic values, this society was more focused on religious values, and was like the city in the sky was basically a theocracy, and the city below was basically a capitalism dream, perhaps, because that's inherently what Andrea Ryan was all about. It's just Ayn Rand and her brand of economics. They even tried to continue that in Bioshock 2, and I'm not sure how many people who played Bioshock 1 and 2 understood any of what they were talking about as far as some of that. And then in 3 there was supposed to be a kind of a unionization attempt going on in a workers' revolt. So there was even a little bit of economics tried to be put into 3, but 3 is by far a lot more about religious theocracy, a religious theocracy that was somewhat economically focused on having a second class of citizens so they could have workers, but all of that gets really dropped into the mysticism stuff. Let's give our totems a Murlocs plus 2 health. Let's see. This. Oh, they stole my guy, I think. I think they stole my guy. I don't know, I haven't been paying enough attention to see what's going on. Now he's just getting Murlocs. Man, if I get my old Murkai out here, I'm gonna win.
Armor made to fit.
I have 1 totem, so this would be a 5/5 if I have to summon it next turn. And I know there's so many games out there, but for the life of me, I can't remember. So how can I say they were that great of games when I cannot remember them? That's where I need as much support as anything else, is I need people to be able to say, remember this game, go do this old game.
Elements
There's
I love.
actual reason.
Totems I love.
There's an actual reason to go play these games.
I hope you like my invention.
Again, notice that my enemy here is getting guys. I am not. This Tavern Brawl is broken. Which is B-R-O-K-E-N. Or maybe B-R-O-K-N. So we'll misspell it. it's not doing the same thing it's doing for this guy as it is for this guy. It just isn't. Unless it's got some kind of weird counter, and for every 3 damage it summons one more guy. Which I don't think is true. If I have Bloodlust right now. But I think this is gonna work. Maybe? Let's see. Yep, I think I've got it. I think I've got it.
We hunger for vengeance.
There's some horror games. Like, I wanted to play Fatal Frame, and I don't know if you can play that on PC. I'm gonna have to definitely go back through the list of like what is every original Nintendo game and Xbox game and PlayStation game. Those games that were older back when exclusives really did seem exclusive and they didn't really come to PC. And see what of the ones that aren't actually exclusives can I bring about. And let's see. I guess I want to do this first. So this guy's gonna do 1 damage to everybody. Alright. I've got it. So this. Come on, let me take my victory. I was just gonna show you. So we only need 1 more victory, good. That's all we need is 1 more victory. But yeah, I need to go through the list, and the list of just like every game. I'd love to do Resident Evil 4. It would probably be the 8th or 9th time I would have played through Resident Evil 4, but I'm willing to do it again. On PC, if it gets updated to better graphics at some point, that would be nice too. But I particularly wouldn't do that. I like some of those on-rail ones that were for the Wii for Resident Evil 2. So if they came out on PC and I was just on-rail with the mouse shooting, that's fine by me. That I liked the Wii U controller for that. That actually added something to the game in my mind. Because you were pointing something that didn't look like a gun really, but it felt like you were actually aiming a gun. I even kind of liked Real Steel, one of the earliest and claimed to be worst games that came out for Wii. It definitely had some problems, but I liked the concept of holding the Wii U. No, I keep saying Wii U now. The Wii controller and trying to swing it like a sword. If Nintendo ever changed this tune, there would be ridiculously large amounts of people that would. Well, there'd be a ridiculously long list of games I would play. I certainly would give consideration to doing just like every single Pokemon game. I only really played, I think, the earliest of the earliest. So I think I played Red and nothing else. Oh, wow. I messed up there. I should have played this. I messed up there. We'll go ahead and power these guys up just to be sure. There's so many games that are so old though. Like I was thinking about like Wario World, Super Mario Land 3 for like Game Boy, and I'm like, no, I couldn't do that. I'd play some of the Virtual Boy games. I actually had a Virtual Boy and liked it, even though everybody else hated it. It had a pretty cool pinball game that was at least entertaining enough to keep my attention. This and this. I just need that totem that would heal. I don't feel like I can get this guy down enough next turn. And I don't want to give him a card. How is it he can't play anything? He's got 5 mana. Why can't he summon something? Alright, well that puts him in a strange position now. This and
Elements I like. Totems I love.
face
Job's
and end the
done.
turn.
Target acquired.
And now he gets a guy. I think he was gonna get a guy anyways, but whatever. Let's see. 4 plus, that is 7, 10, 20. I need 6 more damage. I don't know how far back I can go. I really just don't know how far back I can go on games. After a while, you might be... I easily could be just playing text-based adventures.
Elements I like. Totems I love. Totally.
Just go ahead and hit this guy. I think I have enough now for my bloodlust. 4 plus 10 is 14. That would be 13. What? No, 17. That would be. Well, alright. So 14 plus minus 8. I think we're fine. Let's see. I could bring out this guy for no reason. So let's do this. And then this.
Totally.
Hit this.
Totally.
Hit this. So, I guess we'll have to resolve it since we are now done with this episode. Let me know in the comments what games you want me to cover. What old games do you want me to cover that I can get on Steam? You can let me know in the comments, or you could be really, really nice and you could try and gift those games to me and let me try and cover them. Or, yeah, but what are the old games I can list to? What are the new games that are supposed to be coming out and aren't coming out? What are the games that should have sequels announced and coming out this year but seem like they're not? I'd like to do like, I wish there was like a Brutal Legend too, but that would never happen. That got too low of a reviewing. Are we inherently destroying the video game industry because people are just too focused on the low ratings that games sometimes get, or perhaps not enough profits because the shareholders just want more and more? Is everything going to cell phone games? Do I need to start doing cell phone games? Yeah, I don't think that would happen. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. Also, if you want to support me, click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.